Hey guys, I bet you guys didn't think this video was coming, but it has done. With the Premier League teams being on a winter break, I've decided to just accumulate all the games that they will firstly play when they get back. Just put it all into one video. So the next couple of weeks won't have a prediction one, but I thought I'd give you this on this beautiful Friday night, just to give you a video. So the first game when they return will be actually this weekend with Everton versus Crystal Palace. Everton at home. I think they came off a win against Watford, 3-2 away from home. Yeah, Remina getting 2 goals and Walcott winning it in the last minute. Nothing better than that. Palace, on the other hand, they lost to Sheffield United with a goal coming from a mistake from the goalkeeper. I think it's Victor Guaita, might have butchered his first name, dropping the ball over his line for a disappointing end. In the last few weeks as well, most of my predictions have been fairly low scorers, and I apologise for that. It doesn't bring much entertainment. So with this one, I do think it's going to be a bang-on draw, but I'm going to go for a 2-2 with Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring 2 and Tompkins and Milivojevic to get goals. The next game involves the other team with Brighton against Watford, the other team who lost to Everton 3-2, which was very, very disappointing. Brighton as well, not on the best form. I mean, they did well to get that draw out of West Ham. That was good to get it at the death. Glenn Murray, the absolute god at the age he is, to get them back in the 3-3 draw, which they really needed in the relegation scrap they're in. Watford are one of those teams in the relegation scrap, but if you look at the recent... I know they drew to West Ham, and I've said that a lot, but they lost to Bournemouth, they lost to Aston Villa early in the season, if I'm not mistaken, and they don't do well against teams that they should be beating to stay in the league. So with that said, I'm going for a 3-1 away win for Watford, with Dini Sarr and Cathcart scoring, and Gross to get a goal, which will give Brighton the lead, but obviously they're going to lose. The next game is another one. I think this was the first game of the season for both clubs. It's Sheffield United versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth picking up a bit of form now. I mean, they've been forced to try and stay in the league. Sheffield United have always been on form. And with the new signing, who I think is just the best signing of the transfer window, Sander Berge or Sander Berge, that's how you say his name apparently. Yeah, I think they will win this game quite easily, but the scoreline won't reflect it. I'm going to go with a 1-0, and I'm going to go with that guy just to score, because it'd be fun if he did, wouldn't it? Sander Berge. The next one, Manchester City versus West Ham. Manchester City coming off that humiliating loss to Tottenham with Stevie Wonder, as Martin Tyler called him, scoring the goal, and then Son getting another one. If it was any other team apart from West Ham, I might have gone for Man City to drop a couple more points, but with West Ham's form, it's very unrealistic. I'm going to go for 3-1. Aguero, Gundogan to score a penalty after he missed one last week, and Mahrez to score, with Jared Bowen, if he plays, to get a debut goal for the Hammers. The next game is probably what I think will be one of the most entertaining games this year. It's Wolves versus Leicester. Both teams are the overachievers in the league. I mean, Wolves did it last season, so it's not really overachievement, but then you can say Leicester won the Premier League one year, and Wolves haven't done that. But in this game, I think there'll be a lot of entertainment. Not a lot of goals, but a few. And I'm going to say 3-1 to the hosts, with Adama and Jimenez scoring 2. And then I'll just stick Vardy on a penalty. The next game is Southampton versus Burnley. Southampton on good form, although they lost to Liverpool 4-0, one off my prediction from last week. They did play very well, and they were in that game for a long time. They got a penalty shout and everything. Danny Ings is still on red-hot form, even though he didn't score in that one. Burnley, they should have beaten Arsenal. I think it's James Rodriguez who hit the crossbar and it bounced on the line and just didn't go in. That was shocking. And in this game, I think he'll come and haunt his old team with a 1-0 Burnley away win, with Rodriguez scoring. Even though Southampton are really on good form, I think they'll lose this one. The next game, Norwich versus Liverpool. For a neutral who probably doesn't watch many games, this is just a write-off. Liverpool about 10-0. I'm not going to say that. I think Norwich have played well and okay. Probably not well, okay, because they are bottom of the league. They drew to Newcastle away from home after playing quite well. They had most of the ball and most of the shots in that one. So I don't think it'll be convincing for Liverpool. Obviously, they're away as well. But Liverpool haven't been winning convincingly, really. They've been getting these like 1-0, 2-0 and 3-0 wins, which some may say is consistent, but I don't really think they've been as par as they were at the start of the season. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win with Milner and Salah to get the goals. The next game is my bogey one. It's Aston Villa versus Tottenham. This is a game which I've gone off the charts with predicting. Aston Villa lost to Bournemouth in the relegation scrap the other day. I just can't predict who's going down. I'm glad I didn't do some Premier League prediction for when the season started. And Tottenham beating Man City, what a big result for them. But I think it's going to crash down to earth for Jose, who hasn't been on the best of form lately. And I'm going to go for a 1-1. Grealish to score against a team that many have tipped him to move to. And I'll go with Eric Lamela off the bench to pull them level. Another game is Arsenal versus Newcastle at the Emirates. Arsenal very lucky probably to draw to Burnley, is it, in the last game? I think it was, with Rodriguez missing on the line. I think in this game they're going to be very unfortunate to draw it, and Newcastle will draw it because they've got a really strong defence, but they don't seem to score as many as they do. They went through a little bit of a scoring run at like the start of January, end of December, but I'm going to go for a 0-0 again for Arsenal. Final game is the big one, Chelsea versus Manchester United at the Bridge. This game I think will be a very tight one as well. I think Man United's got the better of Chelsea on every occasion, in the Cup and in the League 4-0. But I can just see Chelsea winning this one. Frank Lampard needs to get something out of his players after a 2-2 draw with Leicester. Man United drew with Wolves. I watched Bruno Fernandes. It looks okay, but if he plays like he did against Wolves all season, I can't see him saving Man United at all. So I'm going to go for an own goal to be scored in this one by one of the defenders, or maybe Andreas Pereira because he's just poo for Man United. So I'll go with a 1-0 win to Chelsea. So anyway, guys, there are my predictions for the winter break. There won't be another prediction video for a while now. I know, I'm as gutted as you are. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share and subscribe, as my table, which if all my results come in, is on the screen. Sheffield United flying in it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.